I'm DOS350, and I'd like to welcome you to a very special program which I like to call Milk Review. Now, in this groundbreaking episode of Milk Review, we're going to be looking at Devondale full cream pure milk. It's Australian dairy, 200ml. So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just get straight into it. Now, as you can see, it comes in this nice little form factor with a little sippy straw for a gamer like me to sip. And I'll read you what the packet says in all its milkiness. Pure, delicious, full cream milk in a convenient, stay fresh pack that locks in the goodness of farm fresh milk. Best served chilled. Store in a cool, dry place. Once opened, refrigerate between 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. Devondale products are quality guaranteed. If for any reason you're not totally satisfied with this product, you can cry at them on their little hotline, or email them as well. Devondale and the Devondale cow device are trademarks of Saputo Dairy Australia Pty Limited, and they got an address and a website, and it says made in Australia from 100% Australian ingredients, no preservatives, free grazing dairy cows, and it's got ingredients. Got a best before date, 19th of January 2023, so at the date of recording, uploading, whatever, gives me about a year from now. Less than a year from now, so it's not that long. But it's probably been sitting on the shelf for too long in the shops where I bought it. Because not enough gamers are sipping little milks like this. And I can understand why, but it's getting beyond the scope of this video. Anyway, it's got a nutrition information breakdown. So, servings per pack, 1 serving size, 200ml. So a serving is the whole freaking thing. And it's got... Look, it's just milk. I'm not really going to be bothered breaking it down too much. Recommended dietary intake. This is full cream, so it's not reduced fat or anything. Ingredients: pure, natural, full cream milk. Suitable for vegetarians. Made with fresh milk, high in calcium, naturally gluten-free. And it's got little recycling instructions, and that's pretty good. So that's pretty much what you're looking at when you get one of these. Now, full disclosure, I bought this in a packet of 6. I didn't just get the one. I got another 5 little milks like this all freaking lined up, ready to go when I need them. And that's good. It's a bit reassuring to know I got milks with sealed in, locked in freshness in the cupboard or pantry, ready to break out at a time where I think it's necessary. And that's milk, so I'm going to remove the straw and have a sip so you can see what it's really like.
He needs some milk!
Don't pay too much attention to how I unwrap that straw. Alright, so as you can see, it's fresh. You gently insert the straw like that, and I'll sip. Just a little sip, I'm not going to guzzle the whole thing. Holy hell. Now this isn't chilled, it says best served chilled, but this is not chilled. But anyway, I'll have another sip. Whoop. I'm getting a bit of drippage here. Alright, but that isn't what the main thing is. The main thing is I'm going to add the milk to my tea. So as you can see here, don't pay attention to the cup too much. This is tea in there. Take my word for it. And I'm going to add the milk You can see it's steaming a little bit. I've had it sitting here for a few minutes, but anyway, I'll add the milk. It's pretty milky. A little bit more. Alright, that's enough, 350. And I'll, this is the milk, but I'll put it to the side for now. And as you can see, look, I don't want to spill on my gamer tea board too much, but the tea is milked. And it's a Narada, in case you're wondering. Tea bag style. Just give this a little bit of a stir. And a sip with that Devondale milk. And that's pretty good. It's milky. It had locked in goodness, but it doesn't now that I've unleashed it, but still, it's pretty good. In a tea. Now you may or may not realize this, being a viewer of Milk Review, but me being a full-blown gamer, and I am a bit of a milk, let's just call it enthusiast, and I like to sip it, I like to guzzle it, and usually I drink a lot of milk when I can, and I feel like it's good for me. So the big elephant in the motherfucking room is 350. Why a pop of milk? When you are a milk enthusiast, why not have a bottle of freaking fresh milk, chilled? Well, that's to answer that question would get way the hell outside of the scope of this video. But I'd encourage you to hit the bell button and the subscribe button if you want to learn more about that. But anyway, back to the Devondale full cream milk review. I've got my tea. It's got 1 sugar in it. I stirred it. Don't pay attention to the freaking cup too much. It is clean. Now, I'm going to give this milk tea the dip test. Here I've got a milk arrowroot, and it's going to be dipped. As you can see, it's dipping. A little double dip. That's good. I understand what they were going for with this milk. At least I think I do. Now you could just squeeze the whole thing out into a little cup and dip straight in the milk. It's an option. But I'm taking the tea option. It's pretty good. I've even got a different type of biscuit. Nice. I'm going to dip this as well, just to make sure I wasn't... That's the sound of me closing my biscuit container. My authorized review. Usage only biscuits. Extra freaking crunchy. Now, just to make sure I wasn't tricked by the Devondale fat cats on the board of the frickin' milk marketing team, I'm gonna dip a second different biscuit just to make sure the dipping is up to frickin' standard. It's a thorough investigation, not just a brief frickin' summary of the milk here at DOS 350. Alright. It's still good. The tea is still hot and milky. And that's just the way I like it. So, we'll have one last look at me holding the packet. Some people might call it a popper. I guess you could call it a Tetra Pak. little tiny tetra. Right. Okay. It's milky. So now, we've tried the milk. We've read what it has to tell us, and the one remaining element is, as it's become a freaking tradition on DOS 350 reviews, to do a brief breakdown of the Devondale website. So I've got it here lined up, and let's just get a look at it. Okay. So as you can see, I'm on devondale.com.au, the site that they mentioned on the milk. Now, I don't think I've ever been to any milk website before, so this is a first for me, not just for... I opened this page ready to go before I recorded this, but I didn't look at it, and I looked at this, but I didn't freaking deep dive it. And other than that, I don't think I've ever been to a milk website, whether it's freaking Norco or Parmalat, one of those other freaky ones. And yeah. They got a cow, they got a green field, they got a couple of cows, and it's Australian dairy. Well, let's just get a look at it. Let's just get a look here. Alright. They got a farmer and his little kid. Made with love and care. Devondale cares. Alright. Let's have a read. Now, just off the bat, for anyone who's maybe watching from foreign country, or who doesn't know about Devondale, as you can see here, they make milks and butters and cheese. They're dairy freaks. They're not just a little Pueblo frickin' industry. They're a mover and shaker in the Australian dairy scene. I think they would sell milk in every state, and they probably sell freaking 10 million litres a day in raw milk. It'd be interesting to know how much milk they do sell, but it'd be a lot. There's freaking a lot of gamers out here buying milk. Alright. Here at Devondale, our products start with fresh Australian milk from free grazing cows. It's our primary ingredient, and we care deeply about the way it's produced. For us, high-quality dairy products begin with high-quality milk from happy, healthy, and well-cared-for cows. It all starts on the farms, nestled in the southeastern corner of Australia, considered to be the heartland of Australian dairy, where our cows spend most of their time roaming paddocks and grazing freely. We try to keep it simple and work closely with our farmers to ensure the best possible conditions. I wonder if they've got electric frickin' cattle prods. All our products are closely monitored with multiple checks throughout the production process to make sure Devondale is quality you can trust. Okay. I reckon it's a high chance that they have electric cattle prods. Like, I'm not trying to be freaking crazy. And it's not like I freaking object to it. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the milk. I get it. There's a lot of freaking cows, a lot of bottles, and people don't have all day. But it's just funny to think about, to me. Post a comment below if I'm freaking crazy. Alright. We got little Johnny and freaking Papa. Care for cows and the environment. We got a zero tolerance policy for any act of animal cruelty. We ensure compliance with our animal care standards throughout. They show us a code of conduct. That's big of them. Industry regulations and code of practice have. Industry regulations and codes of practice They keep up with the freaking codes. We got they established a clear protocol to work with suppliers and authorities to effectively deal with situations where a breach of animal welfare policy is suspected. Our goal is to be a world-class dairy processor while striving to minimize the environmental impact of our activities. Now, there's a lot to take in there. How's how the fact that they work with authorities to effectively deal with situations where there's a motherfucking breach of animal welfare policy is even suspected? It's like, I can imagine they're at the Devondale shitty freaking animal welfare monitoring room. It's probably got a broken fan and freaking slime on the walls, and an old grandpa's there reading the reports, and he's... I suspect that someone whipped our frickin' Betsy the cow. And they send in the SWAT team to come and frickin' blast him. They kick down the door and aim the frickin' galilies at him and say, freeze! And the guy just turns around and they just could maybe blast him. And it's like, that's the impression I get from how strict they are about animal frickin' cruelty. If they even think that there is gonna be some abuse or breach, they're sending in the freaking gunners. That's the impression I get from reading that. So, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I guess it depends on how much you like animal rights, but that's what it sounds like to me. They send in a freaking task force. I wonder how many people they busted for whipping a cow. They've probably got, like, it's probably, if they're really that good at, caring for animal rights, they must keep logs going back a lot. Like, this company's been around for ages. They must have logs back from whenever people started caring about animal rights, of like incident reports where people actually, it wasn't just suspected, they actually busted someone being cruel. That'd be interesting. They should have, they show a code of conduct, they should show that. That'd be alright. That's getting a bit outside of the freaking scope of this video. Keeping it simple. At Devondale, our top priorities are simple: food safety and food quality. We're committed to offering our customers and consumers products made with high industry standards for safety, nutritional value, and quality. By free grazing dairy cows like this one. Looks a bit freaking thin. They need to beef this one up a bit. What are all these ribs doing? I'm no expert on cows, but I mean shit. I know, look, I don't know. It looks healthy enough. It's about maximizing the amount of time our cows spend outside grazing so that they can roam paddocks. They're always roaming paddocks, I guess that's what cows do. Due to the Australian climate, cows have access to outdoors all year round, and they predominantly eat, roam, and sleep out in paddocks. I hope they hose them down every frickin' couple of days. One of nature's superfoods. Shit. Alright, this is a pretty long front page to a website, but I think it's worth it. Alright. Dairy naturally contains essential nutrients to give you energy for each day. At Devondale, we're committed to delivering a range of great tasting everyday dairy products. Milk, cheese, butter and spreads. It's no secret that the milk is a fucking good source of calcium, but you might not have realized it's also packed to the brim with 10 essential nutrients. Others include vitamin A, vitamin B12, iodine, riboflavin, potassium, magnesium, zinc, phosphorus, carbohydrate, just by itself, and high quality protein. Drink up. Shit, I better fucking drink up. I need that potassium, I can tell, and freaking phosphorus. When it comes to cooking, dairy products are incredibly versatile and can be used in both sweet and savory recipes. Oh no, that's not my one. My one's the little one, like that. But it's the same thing. Alright, have a question? Contact us. Okay, we've reached the end. They got a Facebook, an Insta, and a YouTube. I guess we can open their YouTube. Together we bring good to the table. Okay. Well, let's... Coles, Woolworths, products, recipes. Alright, let's look at products. Milk. That's what we're after. From full cream to skim, we endeavour to deliver you quality milk. Milks. Milks, I love that. We endeavour to deliver you quality milks that are pure and delicious and simple. Our fresh, long life and powdered milks. Excuse me. I just almost can't handle that. They use milks, plural, 2 times in one sentence. That must have broken a freaking glass ceiling like 2 times in one paragraph. Ah, shit. Look at all this stuff. They've got a good website. It makes me want to buy milk. They got cheese. I want some Colby. Holy fuck. I don't need to read about cream. Oh, that's what I really want. God damn, I want some cream. Alright, look, I think we've pretty much exhausted the website, unless they've got a write-up on this stuff. Next time you're cooking muffins, pancakes, cookies, meatloaf, or meatballs, fortify your dish with extra nutrients by adding a bit of powdered milk. That's a good tip. I don't have a question. 6x 200ml, that's what I got, baby. Natural dairy goodness for the whole family. 100% pure full cream milk. It's the ultimate option for convenience. Stays fresh for up to 9 months and it's free from preservatives. 9 months, I guess. So, the one that I have is actually about as fresh as it gets. And that's pretty good. Their website is pretty good. I'm almost even going to call it great. Like, compared to some of those other websites I've gone to for reviews, they don't freaking BS me very much. And they get straight to the point. And it looks clean and they got nice pictures, high freaking res shit. Like, there's nothing really to complain about. So, we're gonna go and... Okay, here's the code of conduct. Holy shit, we're not gonna read this whole thing, but let's see if we can get an enhance on here a little bit. Protection against bribe, child labor. Holy moly. Health and safety, environment. Animal welfare. This is the one we want. If you're a dairy or meat product supplier to Saputo, you must comply with the... Okay, let's look. Blah, blah, blah. Child labor, forced labor. They don't like child labor. They don't like slavery. Bribery, animal cruelty. Environmental freaking things. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's look at this. They've established a protocol. Is this the policy? There's a lot of nitty-gritty. Look, it's not really spongy enough for me to go into, I don't think. We'll just take it for granted that they do, have a policy. Alright, let's look at their YouTube. They don't have many subscribers. They're not pushing this enough. So, what's their most viewed thing? Almost 500k. Let's look at this. Can I hear it? Bitch.
At Devondale, we believe great milk comes from cows that graze free.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Pay no attention to my motherfucking subscriptions and autoplay, please. Alright, let's look at the garlic butter.
Garlic butter is such a crowd pleaser, and I'll show you the trick to making it. Everything goes into the food processor with some Devondale culture-style butter for that extra flavour. Bliss, spread onto a loaf for your very own homemade garlic bread.
I want that. Maybe she can make me some and send it to me in the freaking post. Alright. We've covered the website, I think. We've exhausted the website, we could say. So, I'm gonna move into final thoughts. Now, there's a lot I could say about this milk. First of all, the packet of 6 of these, 200ml times 6, costs less than $5. I can't remember the exact price. But it's not too expensive. And I consider that it's worth it for me as a freaking milky gamer. It's pretty much everything they say it is. I don't know much about the grazing or the freaking cattle prods, but I'll take the word for it that it's got the potassium and the phosphorus and the carbohydrate. And it goes good in a tea, which you just saw me have it in. It goes good in a coffee, which I have from time to time. And it goes good just sipping it for the hell of it, on a whim. That's freaking milky. Alright. So, I'm gonna tell you that this milk is DOS 350 approved. 100%. It's pretty good. Now, I know it's not real milk in a bottle, but if for whatever reason you find yourself needing a milk that stays fresh, I can highly recommend this one. And I've noticed too, when you're at the shops looking in the milk, they keep this shit next to like the rice milks and almond milks and that kind of thing. And anyway, there's not many different brands. They've got like a supermarket brand one, Coles and Woolies kind of thing. And then they've got this. And they sell them by the 6 or by the 1 as well. Just so when the mums and dads are at the shops with little Billy or little Susie, and they're like, Mum, Dad, I'm thirsty, they can freaking reach onto the shelf and just grab them a single 1-hitter of full cream milk, and it's ready to rumble. There's no sugars or preservatives. Little Billy and Susie can rest freaking assured that they're getting a healthy little snack as a drink. And yeah, it's highly recommended. Milk. That's all I got to say, really. It's Devondale, and it's milk. I'll have one more sip just because of how much I respect this milk. See, it can look cool when you're sipping it too. It's like some people sip their milk from a freaking big old clear glass. I'm redefining the milk sipping by just going, why don't you freaking sit on it? How do you freaking like me now? It's milk. Alrighty. Yeah. Thanks for watching Milk Review. And to the cows out there grazing, keep on freaking chewing and doing what you're doing. There's a lot of gamers like me out here sipping the milk who really appreciate it. And deeply respect the freaking sacrifice that these little cows in the bovine community are doing out here, hustling in the field every day in the paddock. For people like me at home to sip my milk, that's a good feeling. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.